Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I have smoked weed once in my life. It was not great. I tripped out for like 4 hours. I was straight writing my will. I was like, okay, give me a pen. I need to write my will. I was so concerned I would swallow my tongue. I was like, I can't breathe. I forgot how to breathe. I was doing all the things. I was crying on the washroom floor. The only thing that would calm me down, he had to play bird noises on YouTube for like 3 hours for me to calm down. I was not having a good time. Since then, I've never tried smoking weed again. It terrifies me. What should I do? Someone like me that I think I've seen many people have many benefits from cannabis. I don't know how to find what's right for me, and I'm too terrified to have another trip out experience. What do you recommend? Hit me.
Totally. So I would be happy to prescribe something, right? And what I would say is that if you're gonna try smoking flowers again, right? Follow your nose, smell, and see how it makes you feel. And then when it comes to other ways to consume, right? There's topicals, there are edibles. So, you got to respect the power of the plant. It's a powerful thing. It's a medicine. It is an intoxicant, and it's safe. But also, if you want to have the best experience and you want to have a really pleasant experience, you just have to try a few dabbles. You might have dabbled too much that time.
So I shouldn't be shamed, right? The other way, I went to a cannabis shop because I was like, this gummy, the dosage is half. I had half a gummy. I waited 2 hours and I was like,
Nothing.
So I had the other half, and I think I got high. And I told the guy at the store that, and he was like, wow, you're really soft. And I was like, no! And I was embarrassed.
Yeah, no. There's no soft or hard when it comes to cannabis. But you know what? That's a very American influence on cannabis culture. If you go back to our roots, right, of cannabis culture in Asia, it's not about smoking the most, smoking the biggest, whatever. It's about consuming what you need to consume. This is a plant that grows everywhere in the old country, right? And, a lot of times people are just consuming it by gathering finger hash, by running their hand all over the plants and the flowers out in the wild and gathering resin that way. So, that's not what it's about. And anybody who's trying to make a pissing contest out of weed is totally getting it wrong.
Yeah, where do you live? I want to be your friend. Do you live in LA?
In LA.
Frank. You also co-host a podcast called Great Moments in Weed History. What is it about? What do you guys all dive into?
Right. So on the podcast, Great Moments in Weed History, my partner Bean, who is also a cannabis journalist, and we go through some of the more interesting points in weed history that have essentially been stricken from other stories, and we're there to preserve cannabis history, right? So, for example, a lot of people don't realize that Willie Nelson smoked a joint on the roof of the White House, and he's the only person to have ever done that, as far as we know. Or, for example, that Bob Dylan was the first guy to smoke out the Beatles. And in fact, that they made Ringo try it first. And I like to say that for a fleeting moment, Ringo Starr was the coolest Beatle. We've done an episode about Shivaratri, which is an ancient holiday, right, in Hinduism that celebrates the god Shiva through the consumption of cannabis. And it's a time when men, women, and children of all ages get high together. And this has been going on since before Prohibition, right? We've done an episode about the cannabis tincture recipe that's in the Bible. And we've got tons and tons of other stories. We're in our 4th season now.
Wow.
And we've got lots more coming. We've got some incredible interviews. We did an interview with the guy who turned the Hollywood sign into the Hollyweed sign a couple years ago.
What? Legendary.
Legend. Absolute legend. But yeah, we have a lot of fun. We get high and we chop it up. And yeah, that's Great Moments in Weed History.
It sounds like so much fun. You are so cool. I want to be your friend.
You're so cool.
Can we be friends? I would like to be your friend. Great. Yes! Suckers! Well, Abdullah, thank you so much for being here and schooling me. For everyone at home, make sure you listen to Abdullah's podcast called Great Moments in Weed History. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me, Lily. Happy 420.
Happy 420 to you. Thanks so much for watching this clip, and thank you even more for supporting The Underdog. If you want to subscribe to this channel, you can click right over there. For more clips just like this one that are hilarious, you can click right over there. Hopefully, if someone did their job, those things are there. We'll see.